Oniva. Players, coaches, fans young and old who encompass this giant floating marble hurtling through the universe. Welcome to the Week 16 recap show of the Bigs. As always, I'm your host, I'm your commissioner, I am Timmy Westside, and it is always my goddamn honor to be here with you all recapping the greatest league on that blue marble. Week 16, finito. Speaking about the universe, this was the dark side of the moon week. Other side of the coin, a broken clock is right twice a day. The three losers win, the three winners lose. Unlike something we have yet to see all season, and yet nothing changed in the overall standings because of it. Three winners this week. I gotta think it'd be Lair Bear, Jake, and even though we lost Bootsy, nothing changed except that clock. Those sands of time keep dwindling down. If we're running out of time, someone's in trouble. I digress. No spoilers. Let's get into it. No spoilers, even though I just said who won and who lost. We must start with the hottest team in the league this week. Hottest team this week, hottest team last week. He's on a little bit of a roll. Unnamed sources within the league, quote unquote, called him a wagoon. Listen, 4 weeks left. It's a good time to have everyone humming, the cylinders pumping, the table full at breakfast. Yeah, I'm talking about the 238.5 points that the Breakfast Club put down on the Rubber Puckies, 227.1. Whoa, big spot. 2-game win streak, his best 2-game stretch all season. Highest point total for his team this season, and it wasn't even close. He's now 5-11. Still has that one game up on Timmy Westside. Big win. Needed it to keep pace. And this matchup was all about the early lead. Unlike the other two matchups that were decided, as you'll see, no spoilers, in the weekend, on the last day, on the last game, this one was decided early. It wasn't over early, but that ended up being the difference maker. Because Larry, Monday through Thursday, won those 4 days. And even though Ken Dog did win Friday, Saturday, Sunday, normally the most important days, the lead that Larry had gathered was insurmountable. 2-game win streak. Hottest team, 5-11. His top three, once again. I'll make proper sentences now. Philip Forsberg, 18.6 points, again in his top three, 3 goals and 4 apples. Sebastian Aho, 18 points, 3 goals and 3 apples. And my guy, good to see him there. Igor Shesterkin, 17.9 points, 2-1. No hard feelings. I want the best for him. I digress. Flipping over to his goalies. I mean, copy-paste Timbo's draft day strategies. Finally paying off 16 weeks later. Anderson, 14 points, 2-0 record. Once upon a time at Timmy Westsidian. And Darcy Kemper, 9.8 points, 1-on-1. As you can see, his goalies led the way from this week. A 5-1-1 record for 41.7 points. Hot start, Timbo. Good job. Led the way, was the difference maker because, as we will see when we get to Keeney's, Tendies, not up to snuff. 238.5. Big week. Good win. Breakfast buffet was delicious. Rubber Puckies. It rears its ugly head once more this season. Maybe not for the last time. But Keeney Binks, you got fucked. 227.1. Second highest total in the league this week. You're just going up against the number one. And we texted each other Monday. I said, Keeney, let's just be gentlemen about this. Let's do each other some big favors. I'll take care of the bearded one. You take care of Larry Bear. Can't even be mad at you. You did your job. 227.1 points is normally enough to get that dub. Hottest team stays hot. I can't blame you for it. You're still 11-5. You're still one game back. You are the highest scorer in the league this season. You are you've eclipsed the 3,300 points for, and Bootsy and Shauner, who are basically identical, are 200 points behind you with just over 3,100. 200 point difference is nothing to scoff at. You just ran into a wagon, as you said, wagoon. Friday through Sunday, you were the better team. You're just out of reach. Who did it? Your top three. Granlund, M. Granlund, Matthias Granlund, Marcus Granlund. No, Mark Stone. That's why I said Marcus. Mikael Granlund, 17.6 points, 2 goals, 4 apples. Nailed it, I think. Mark Stone, 14.6 points with 1 goal and 4 apples. Nico Hischier, 13.2 points with 2 goals and 2 apples. Flipping over to your goalies, as I mentioned, the difference maker. Mackenzie Blackwood, 1-1 with 10.8 points this week. Aiden Hill, 8.5 points this week, 1-1. But Vasilevsky, your dog, the guy that you want going for you if it's a game 7, 0.8 points, 0-2 on the week. That was the difference maker. Larry got 40 points off of his goals. You just got 20. No McDaddy too, which gotta think hurt. Interesting how there's no Oilers in our top threes, in any of our top threes. They go as he goes. Ken Dog goes as he goes. So we move on next, and we will talk about the Brother Bowl. This one, unlike our last matchup, came down to the last possible moment, last possible game, last goal of the week, I believe. Burt Macklin squad squeak out a win, 201.3 points over little brother, the comeback kid, 198.2. I speak for myself and Larry and Ken when I say, damn you, Thomas Hertl. He scored the last goal, right? Damn. This was the biggest win of the week. The other two were decided by that point, and we were scoreboard watching. We were like, we need a game up. We need one back. But Burke Macklin has just enough juice. You led all the way this week, and it did look over early, but Saturday, the comeback kid lived up to his name. He put up 52.2 points, and you only put up 30. That changed things a lot. Chris had the lead going into Sunday. However, you outscored him by 10 points on Sunday, including that last-minute buzzer beater goal. You had 21.4 points. He had 11.6 on Sunday. Enough to get you back on top and take down the comeback kid. Yeah, damn. So close. Needed wins. The more things stay the same, you're in a good spot. Big win. 4 weeks left. Still have that 2-game buffer. Huge win as the bell tolled midnight. You're 6-10. Huge win. Still up 2 points. As you said, you won by committee. And if you look at your top 3, you kind of see that. No one in the 20s. But you had 10 guys total of over 10 points. So as you said, no top dog, but the committee was strong enough to get you through this week. Seth Jarvis, 16.4 points, 3 goals and 2 apples. Adam Fantilli had the Hattie on like Tuesday, something like that. And then that was it. Yeah, that was all he did for the rest of the week, but still good enough for 15.6 points. Thomas Hurdle, you bastard. 15.2 points, 3 goals, 1 apple. Flipping over to your goalies. Bobbers, 14.9 points, 2-0 record on the week. Big stuff. Swayman, 8.1 points, 1-1 record. And Gustafsson, 7.5, 1-1 record on the week. All of your goalies got wins. No one got the big goose egg. Big. When it's a difference of 3 points, big. The comeback kid. Flipping over to you. Luckily for you, nothing changed. You're still number 1 in the league. 1 game up. 12-4 record. Too little, too late. As much as this was a big win for Jake, I wrote down big missed opportunity for Bootsy. Would have had a 2-game lead up on Kendog. Heading in with 4 games left. That number 1 bye straight to the championship is such a huge thing. Big missed opportunity. We're going to look back on this. This was a game that really could have shook up the league. I feel if this game went the other way, the season as a whole could look a lot different. We'll see what happens, but big win, big loss. 12-4, 1 game up. Your top 3, Dustin Wolf. I feel that's right. 15.3 points, 2-0 record. The rookie getting it done out in Calgary. Mark Scheifele, 15 points. 1 goal, 2 apples with 12 pims. Necas. Martin Necas. The big trade. He had 14.6 points. No goals, but 6 apples. On to your goalies now. Stuart Skinner, 8.9 points, 1-0 record. Ottinger, 6.5, 1-1. Travis Demko, 0.3 points, 0-1 record on the week. You're still waiting for him to get going. If he does look out, then your back 3 looks good. But for now, Vancouver's been struggling a little bit. So we move on next to our last game of the week. Like doing these better when I get the dub. 219 points. I'm talking about Timmy Westside take down the Borland Backhanders. 178.6. Needed it. It doesn't look close at the final score, but heading into the weekend, Jake had a big lead. Lair had a big lead. And I was 3 or 4 points down. Finally, it felt good to come through on the weekend. I'd been in tightish games a few times, not all of them because my team stinks. But every time I went into a game where I had a puncher's chance that was close heading into the weekend, without doubt, my team failed me. But not this week. This week, in a big spot, weekend slate, they played their best hockey. Finally. On Saturday, I outscored Connor 59-23. That basically sealed it. And then Sunday, I had 31. He had 24. But yeah, it looks like a landslide, easy victory, but it wasn't until the very end. Weekends decide matchups. My top 3. My guy, finally, a big dog being a big dog. David Pasta, the only guy with 20 points or more this week. 21 points, 3 goals, 5 apple. Jack the Bike Ike, 19 points for 4 goals, 2 apples. And Mason McTavish, my sleeper, not a boy, 16 points, 5 Genos, no apples. You just give me the rock. I'll get to the bucket. I'm not passing. I don't care about assists. Team player, no. Let's go to my goalies. Listen, when he said it, he was right. Timbo, you lost your marbles. The screws are loose. Floundering. Gasping for air. The kid drops Sorokin. He sees Marky go down. reaction. Had a couple ad drops left. I said, you know what? Let's pull the trigger. Let's see. Jake Allen, my boy. Why not? Literally 5 minutes after Markstrom went down, I saw the injury on Twitter. I was like, that looks like his knee was decapitated. So I said, that can't be good. Add Jake Allen. I don't know. We'll see. It worked this week. Hung around. Did just enough with my goalies. Kochetkov, hate that he's now split and starts with Anderson. He was my guy all season, and it was now when I need him the most, it's like split starts. But 9.5 points, 1-0-1 record. Logan Thompson, 8 points, 1-0. Jake Allen, 7.9, 1-0. Sorokin, 7.5, 1-0. Doesn't look pretty on paper from a name standpoint. But hey, game's not played on paper. My goalies went 4-1 this week. Ragtag, put together group of bandits. They were enough for me this week. There's a method to my madness. No, there isn't. Just desperation. Portland Backhanders. Let's go over to you. Last team of the week. Lowest scoring team of the week. 178.6. Back-to-back losses. Back-to-back weeks as the lowest point score. I know the feeling. You're 10-6. You're in the dance. You'll be fine. We'll get to him in a bit, but Markstrom out 4 to 6 weeks, they say, should be back in time for playoffs to at least make somewhat of a difference for you if he's back closer to the 4 weeks than to the 6 weeks. But not the time you want to be heading in the wrong direction. 10-6, you're fine. Back-to-back soft weeks. Luckily, no harm. You're still 2 games back. The other dogs lost. Your top 3. Vilardi. Oh, what is his name? Gabriel Vilardi. I looked at it earlier. I didn't know that off the top of my head, but I remembered it. 19.6 points. He had 3 goals and 3 apples. Kucherov, Nicky, 16 points, 2 goals, 3 apples. Connor Hellebuck, been there, done that all season for you. 14.5 points, 2 wins, 1 loss. Continuing with your goalies, Wall, 7.8 points, 1-1 record. Urson. Had to pick up someone. You picked up Urson. 1.1 points on the week, 0-1 record. And Markey, as I said, 0.6 points. Didn't even finish a game. Played 1 period and then went down with the injury. We'll see how long he's out. Hopefully Jake Allen steps up. I don't know. Could happen. Probably won't. That's it. That's all we got this week. Listen, I wanted to address it last week. Trade deadline. And it was kind of late. I wanted it to be last week, but I didn't include it in the video. Trade deadline, Sunday, midnight. When the calendar flips over to week 18, no more trades. Midnight, Sunday. Matchups this week. There's one big one. Big game. We'll start with the other 2, though. The Breakfast Club need to bounce back. The comeback kid. You want to make things interesting this season for the last month of the season? Go get a dub right here. Get 1 game back. Then these last 2 weeks, all of a sudden, they don't matter. You get a win this week, big momentum shift for your team. No, you're not playing. You're not playing. I'm sorry. We'll fix that. The Breakfast Club. You're playing the comeback kid. Go comeback kid. Damn. Had that whole narrative. That was perfect. Portland Backhanders read that wrong. Still a big opportunity to take down Rubber Puckies. You want to be within punching distance? You want puncher's chance? My first narrative was better. Like, oh, 1 game back. But hey, You win this week. Everything I just said is still true. You win this week. You feel much better about yourself. You take down the highest scoring team in the league. You'll be tied for second. These 2 last weeks, long forgotten. The biggest game of the week. I'm sweating already about it. Timmy Westside versus Burt Macklin squad. Everyone else, the dog's cool. Who gets the first round bye? That doesn't matter. You guys are in. You're fine. You don't want to even be in the bowl. Jake has a chance to punch his ticket, basically. Jake, you win and you're in. Yes, I know you could go 0-3 and I can go 3-0 to end the season. Stop it. Jake, you win this week. You're in the playoffs. Simple as that. You control your own destiny. You don't need the help. You win, you're in. You lose. Oh, things get interesting. You're 1 game back from Timmy Westside. Maybe tied with Larry. Maybe Larry leapfrogs you. You win this week. You lose this week. That ground starts to tremor. See those little pebbles start to shake. That would be disastrous. Could be a slippery slope. Don't lose this week. Have you seen my management skills? I don't deserve anything. Go win. Timmy Westside. Chaos. Make it happen.